Big news out of a new poll. This has been done by Monmouth University, and it's out of New Hampshire. So recently we had a poll where Elizabeth Warren had taken the lead in Iowa, 22 to 20%. That was the Des Moines Register and CNN poll. It had Sanders at number 3 at 11%. So now the New Hampshire polling done from Monmouth, we've got a new leader in New Hampshire, Elizabeth Warren. 27% to Biden's 25%, and Bernie's down at 12%. You know how much Elizabeth Warren has gone up in the state of New Hampshire since May? Now, May wasn't that long ago. She's gone up 19 points. Wow. Another poll out of Nevada. She's closing on Biden in Nevada. So right now nationally, Biden still leads, but Warren is definitely closing in. And by the way, Warren and Sanders are very close nationally. So implications of this are threefold. Elizabeth Warren, as things stand today, is in excellent shape, now leading in Iowa and New Hampshire. Biden's in a world of trouble. That's conclusion number 2. I told you if Biden slips to number 2, he slips to number 20. There's no comeback for Biden. His support is paper thin. It's all based on name recognition. The minute that people find out about his plans, boom, like the Hindenburg. So we are in mid-Hindenburg as we speak. Biden's in a world of trouble. And then the third conclusion is not a positive one for progressives, and that is that Bernie Sanders is at this point struggling. So look, he's still very much in the race in the top 3 nationally and very close to Warren nationally. Warren just passed Bernie Sanders in the combination of polls nationally. And everybody else is in single digits. So this race is clearly between top 3 candidates, Biden, Warren, and Sanders. But our job is to be honest and objective, and then give you our perspective. And an honest, objective analysis of these polls is that Bernie Sanders has dropped to number 3. And so, and it's real. I don't think that it's they're using the wrong kind of phone lines and they're polling the wrong people, etc. Now, look, I'll get to my perspective right now. Elizabeth Warren has gone up for 2 reasons. Number 1, she announced a whole heap of progressive plans. So the voters actually care about policy. I told you that she would go up. By the way, look, I know it's tooting my own horn and some of you are not fond of it. A lot of you think it's fun, okay? But the reason I tell you is because then you know we're not Monday morning quarterbacking it. We're not pretending we knew it after it already happens. I told you that Warren would rise when she was at the very bottom. Remember, after all the testing of the Native American heritage, etc., everybody had given up on Warren. And I said it on this program, no way she's gonna make a comeback. And she did. And what was it based on? It was not based on superficial stuff. It was based on her releasing one giant progressive plan after another, after another, after another. She's also been savvy politically and positioned herself between Bernie Sanders and the rest of the establishment, which is where a lot of Democratic voters are. So that was really smart of her. And so it has completely worked. And now when I give you that context, by the way, another thing that I said would Andrew Yang would be at number 6 when he was down at number 20 or whatever he was at. And right now in every poll, Andrew Yang at number 6. So when I tell you the next thing, understand that it has a decent chance of becoming true. Bernie Sanders has a comeback in him. So it depends on what he does next. I'm not ready to declare it yet because it depends on his actions. But he has been putting out a lot of progressive plans that are even more progressive than Elizabeth Warren's now. I believe that will have an effect. That's half of it. The other half of the equation is he gonna step up and fight even harder and point out the corruption within the Democratic Party? If he does that, he will make a comeback, and this will be one of the most interesting races between Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. That's what I'm looking forward to. Like I've been saying all along, Warren and Sanders being at 1 and 2 is a dream come true for progressives. Biden right now is hanging in by his fingernails at number 2 in Iowa and New Hampshire. That will not last. So all of Washington, the establishment and corporate Democrats, buckle up. This time, it's your turn to brace for impact, because here comes Warren and here comes Sanders. On the go? Don't worry, we got you covered. You can still listen to TYT at our new podcast network. Find us on Apple Podcasts, the Google Play Store, or at tyt.com/podcasts.